These jeans were never built for fashion, they were built for survival. In the rough and lawless gold fields of California during the 1800s, miners needed pants that could survive hell. They were crawling through dirt, climbing rocks, carrying heavy tools, and working brutal hours every single day. Ordinary clothing tore apart within weeks. Pockets ripped off, seams split under pressure. One tailor had a simple but revolutionary idea that would change clothing forever. Today, billions of people wear Levi's jeans, from construction workers to fashion runways, yet almost no one understands the incredible system and story that actually built them. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a pair of jeans the same way again. What looks like a simple pair of blue jeans is actually the result of a powerful system, one built on pressure, function, necessity, and relentless problem solving. Behind every pair lies a story that began over 170 years ago. It's not just about fabric and stitching. It's about solving a real-world problem so effectively that it created one of the most recognizable brands in human history. Let's go back to where it all started. Gold Rush. The year is 1853. California is in the middle of the greatest gold rush the world had ever seen. Tens of thousands of dreamers flood into San Francisco and the surrounding hills chasing fortune. But reality hits hard. The work is backbreaking. Men spend long hours in extreme conditions, digging, hauling, crawling through mud and rock from sunrise to sunset. Their clothes take an absolute beating. Ordinary pants simply cannot survive the constant friction, stretching, and heavy loads. While most people were chasing gold, a young German immigrant named Levi Strauss saw something different. He wasn't there to dig for riches, he was there to sell. Strauss arrived in San Francisco with a supply of dry goods, including canvas for tents and wagon covers. He quickly noticed the miners' biggest daily complaint: their pants didn't last. Seams ripped, pockets tore off, and buttons flew away under pressure. Instead of joining the gold hunt, Strauss listened to the complaints and started making sturdy work pants from the heavy canvas he had brought with him. These early waist overalls were tough, practical, and exactly what the miners needed. Word spread quickly through the camps. Demand grew fast. Strauss had accidentally stumbled into a massive opportunity. First, jeans. The real breakthrough came from a tailor named Jacob Davis in Reno, Nevada. Davis was making pants for miners when he kept hearing the same frustration. Seams and pocket corners kept tearing no matter how strong the fabric was. One day, a frustrated customer asked him to make the pants stronger. Davis had a simple but brilliant idea: reinforce the weak points with metal rivets. He used copper rivets to secure the pocket corners and the base of the fly. The result was revolutionary. The pants became dramatically stronger and more durable. Davis knew he had something special, but he didn't have the money to patent it. So he wrote to Levi Strauss, his fabric supplier, and proposed a partnership. In 1873, Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis received U.S. patent number 139,121 for improvement in fastening pocket openings. That patent marks the official birth of blue jeans as we know them. The rivet wasn't just a design choice, it was pure function. It solved a real problem that thousands of working men faced every single day. Those copper rivets at the stress points stopped pockets from ripping when miners stuffed them with tools, nails, and ore. The heavy denim fabric was chosen for its toughness. Every seam was reinforced. These were not stylish clothes, they were work tools, built like armor for the human body. Function. These early Levi's were never meant to be stylish, they were tools, built like work equipment. The heavy denim fabric, the reinforced seams, the rivets at every stress point, everything was engineered for one purpose: to survive extreme conditions. Miners, cowboys, railroad workers, and farmers relied on them because they actually worked. The pants could handle constant friction, bending, stretching, and carrying heavy loads without falling apart. That reliability built trust, and trust built the brand. Levi Strauss didn't market the jeans as fashion. He marketed them as the toughest pants a working man could buy. The slogan, "guaranteed to never rip," wasn't hype. It was a promise backed by real engineering. This focus on pure function is what separated Levi's from everything else on the market and quietly laid the foundation for everything that followed. Culture shift. Everything changed in the 1950s. After World War II, a new generation emerged. Young people were tired of conformity. Hollywood captured the mood perfectly. Actors like James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause and Marlon Brando in The Wild One wore Levi's jeans on screen. Suddenly, jeans stopped being just work pants. They became a symbol of youth, rebellion, freedom, and individuality. What was once practical clothing for hard labor turned into a cultural uniform. Teenagers wore them to look cool and defiant. Jeans represented breaking the rules, the opposite of stiff suits and proper dress codes. Levi's didn't chase this shift at first, but they smartly embraced it. The brand moved from the mines and ranches into the streets, schools, and cinemas of America. Function had created the product. Culture turned it into an icon. Global expansion. By the 1960s and 1970s, Levi's exploded onto the world stage. The brand expanded beyond America, becoming a global symbol of American cool and authenticity. Different countries adopted their own favorite styles. 501s remained the timeless classic, while new fits, washes, and colors were introduced to meet local tastes. Yet the core DNA never changed. Durability, authenticity, and that unmistakable red tab. Levi's became the global standard for jeans. Movie stars, rock musicians, athletes, and everyday people all reached for the same brand. From Tokyo to Paris, from London to Sydney, the little copper rivets and the Batwing logo became instantly recognizable everywhere. Even today, the 501 remains one of the best-selling clothing items in history. Levi's didn't just sell pants. They sold reliability that people could trust across generations and continents. System. Here's what most people completely miss about the Levi's story. The brand's success wasn't built on clever marketing or celebrity endorsements in the beginning. It was built on solving a genuine, painful problem better than anyone else had ever done before. The rivet, the heavy denim, the reinforced construction, these weren't fashion decisions. They were functional solutions to real pain points faced by real workers. Once the product proved itself through pure performance and reliability, everything else followed naturally. Status, culture, identity, loyalty, and eventually global dominance. That is the hidden system behind Levi's. Solve a real problem exceptionally well, and the rest of the story almost writes itself. The brand didn't chase trends at first. Trends eventually chased the brand because the product was simply that good. From the dusty gold mines of 1853 California to becoming one of the most recognized clothing icons on the planet, Levi's jeans were never built by luck. They were built by necessity, smart innovation, and an obsession with function that refused to compromise. The copper rivets that Jacob Davis added in 1873 are still used on classic styles today, a direct link from the gold rush to the present day. The next time you pull on a pair of Levi's, remember this: you're not just wearing fashion. You're wearing 170 years of problem-solving, resilience, and quiet engineering genius. You're wearing the story of miners who needed pants that could survive anything, and two men who figured out how to give it to them. Most people just see a brand name on a label. A few understand what actually built it. Now you're starting to see the difference, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the real story and hidden system behind Levi's jeans, smash that like button and subscribe for more videos that reveal the untold systems and stories behind everyday icons we take for granted. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Levi's style or memory? Did you know the rivet story before watching this? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single one. Stay close. Stays.